Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, we are back at the Motherhood Club talk show, live in conversation with Ekta Sehgal Malhotra. Today, we have a very interesting mother. Well, all mothers are very interesting, inspiring, and have something to teach all of us and also to learn a lot from these shows. The mother who has come here today is not only experiencing her own journey of motherhood, but has helped many and more to experience that blissful journey of motherhood. And not when the baby is born, but from the time when the lady conceives and the zygote, the fetus is in the womb. So today's topic is Language of the Fetus by none other than Dr. Kalyani, the founder for Dhyan Baby. So warm welcome, Kalyani, to our show, and thank you for accepting our invitation to be here. Kalyani will do justice to her own introduction because there is so much about her, which like I always say, if I read somebody's profile, it doesn't do justice because the passion of all that you do really comes from you. And all I would say is that. I wish I was introduced to Dhyan Baby when I had conceived. It would have been an exceptional journey for me, more exceptional than what it was. And the little that I understand of language of the fetus, and for people who would have read the Gita or know about Mahabharat, where Abhimanyu had learned how to invade the Chakravyuh partially in his mother's womb, because after that the mother had gone to sleep. So that is what I understand from language of the fetus. But Kalyani is here to throw light on it. So warm welcome once again, Kalyani, and please introduce yourself and let's take this interesting conversation forward.
Namaste, Akta. It's my great pleasure to be with you all here. Especially you mentioned you people are mothers club. See, mother is the great power. It's a great how to say this is we call mother as mata in Indian language. Ma means infinite. In that sense, it's immeasurable. So ta means it's coming to the fine form. So mother is the one she who bring that infinite to the finest form as a baby. So she's bringing the life to the soul. That's why she called as Mata. So now we are. I am in front of Mother's Club, Mata's Club. Oh, so I'm just happy. Just I have to say namaste to all the mothers in the world because they are the creators. If the God is creating something, means creator is a God, then mother is also a creator, she is also God. That's why our Sanatana Dharma explaining always, Matru Devo Bhava. So they have given that importance for the motherhood. They have importance for the, mother always, all the aspects of our sastras and life, everywhere.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
yeah, that's what. So you just want me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kalyani, PhD, pregnancy wellness guru, and I have designed founder of Dhyan Baby Prenatal Education Program, creating conscious humanity since year 2000. So I help couple to have a conscious conception, healthy pregnancy, and happy motherhood. So because the world why I have started this. I'm doing for last 20 years. What I am doing? What's the result? You may have lots of questions. I'll just give you answer one by one. So, what is the purpose of starting this and doing this program? See, there are lots of in this world. There are lots of forums there to take care or to save the animals, save the nature, save the society, save the tree, whatever it is. Without human being, these nature and animals and trees are so happy without us, but we create the problem, we are troubling much the nature, we are giving lots of troubles to the nature and animals. So where we have to throw our light, to the mankind. If we create a proper mankind to this world, then the rest of the whole world, that universe will be so peaceful and so serene, and we no need to do lots of extra work to protect and this and that and all. So there, the journey starts from there, and this is what I'm doing last 20 years. So let us talk deep into it one by one, Akta. So what else you want to add, answer?
Okay. So,
Uh,
Kalyani, a lot of people think that you become a mother when the baby is born, or you become a father when you hold the father for the first time. What, as per you, or when does actually parenthood start?
yeah,
And
such a wonderful question, Akta. Tell me.
okay, so when does parenthood start? And I believe you also, groom people, if I'm using the right word, or nurture them to understand parenthood or motherhood. So if you could, enlighten all of us that what exactly means to be nurtured for motherhood or parenthood.
Yes, yes, my dear. So, just a few minutes back, you have told me, Akta, that I would have taken this program when I was pregnant. So, sometimes lots of souls would like to do something better, though they are doing good, but still they wanna do better of better, so they wanna do. So, always, sometimes we reach the state little late. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not possible for us to reverse all our system. Luckily, you have the good child, and you don't need to, you may have that thought, yeah, that, but sometimes once everything happened, they got to know that this is very much important. They couldn't reverse all the process from the beginning. So actually we are thinking parenting starts from when the mother get conceived and the father's having the baby on his hand. No, actually parenting starts when the girl and boy, they get their age, especially for a girl, when she gets that first menstrual cycle, that puberty, that there from there, that time onwards, the processing, the motherhood processes started happening there. So that's why our people, they'll give 3 days less, especially in the during 3 days of menstrual cycle. They want us to take rest, they want to take us to good rest, and take good healthy diet and all. It's all because that emotions what you are carrying forward, and especially during this 3 days, will go deep into it, and it can reach the baby's DNA, that can create a baby's character also. So how
Okay.
calm and how peace and how happy you are on that, especially you have to be happy throughout your life, especially during that 3 days. You have to be very happy, you have to be very relaxed and peaceful, because that all, have you just, I can give the small examples. We all, you mothers, I know, when we reach our puberty, I mean the menstrual cycle, hope you all understand that we will get kind of lots of mood swings and tensions, lots of thing and all will happen, so post menstrual syndrome, and lots of disturbance will happen. So that disturbance will make the change in your mind and body and psychological factors also, which will affect the baby in future. So we have to be very calm and peaceful. So if we don't address this thing with the young girls, those who started their menstrual cycle and everything, so there is no use of talking about a plucking board, keeping blackboard and moving everywhere, and we have to save the motherhood, and we have to produce good progeny, and what is that, offspring and all. So we have to educate the girl or boy from the standard of seventh standard, sixth or seventh. So nowadays, puberty stage is little bit reducing, the age is reducing. Like those days 15 years they'll get puberty, and nowadays it's started reducing, like 11 and 12 years also girls are getting their first menstrual cycle. So we have to reach them. That's what I'm doing. I'm reaching all the schools and colleges, and guiding them how to keep their mind, body, soul clean and happy throughout their life, especially during that emotional you know um, uh, overwhelming days, like pregnant means puberty means menstrual cycle period. And especially boys, they know that when they are getting that more emotions, and they are very kind of mood swings and all that, we are advising them, and we are teaching how the menstrual hygiene also, because that's very much important. Psychologically rest and happy, of course, that will take play a vital role, but still that hygienic factor. So there are lots of people are using that, some different kinds of sanitary pads, which is affecting their health, and of course it's affecting our environment also, because of the lots of the plastic sheets and all those things. It's really polluting our environment, and even that sea animals are facing lots of troubles with that kind of pads. And also we are advising how to use and what to use and how to be take keep them body and mind healthy. And especially I'm reaching all the colleges, because third year of the college, final year of the college, definitely they are gonna go to get married, or they are gonna go for a next job, whatever it is. They may not find time to think all these things once they reach into the job, or when they get married, then they won't have time to know all these things. So I'm just hunting to teach this all the colleges and schools, especially colleges, to teach this. And most of the time, I just, when I approach boys, they were literally telling me, Akhta, you don't believe, ma'am, no one is there to teach us all these things. I was thinking, and that very colleges or principals and so called, and HODs, they may say that no, 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 it's not, you can't speak this to the boys and all. I said, see, this is not a time for they become my parent. No, they get to know. I was asking one question for with one college, one such a college. They didn't allow me to take this session for the boys. I said, see, one thing for girls or boys. See, once in lakh lady is facing, one in lakh lady is facing kind of, sexual harassment kind of thing. But you people are taking sessions every day, and promoting everything. But this is happening in each and every human being's life, cycle, and they're gonna be father and mother one day. This is confirmly going to happen once its lifetime. So why don't we teach this? We are focusing something is not happening every day, but we should focus this thing. It's really happening anyway. It's going to happen with everyone's life. So I would like to talk. And then I don't know this talk, maybe he got some thought provoking thing and all. He allowed me to talk with boys and all. They were literally moved with that thing, how I know taught them how to respect means women, and especially their mother and sisters and their wife and girlfriends, and then means fellow friends in their schools and colleges. What are the problems they'll go through, what are the mental struggles and they face, in what way you can help them, and how you can express your emotions also with them, that I don't know how to help you and all. See, they feel. And also, once you become a father, what's your responsibility to be a good father? You're supposed to not means instrument to carry forward all your negativity, like what the negative, for example, you may have lots of chronic disease from your family, hereditary diseases and all. It's not your duty, your rights to spread your all the negativity to the next generation. You have to focus to give your attention to clean all your negativity, toxins, physical toxins, mental toxins, everything. You have to take a new avatar, to a new incarnation, to be a good dad, to be a good wife, means husband, to be a good social what to say, that great citizen to this world. Then when I taught everything, as almost the whole day they don't want to move out of the class. And then I understand, see, we are always telling that boys are, that the youths are not, but youths are useless, not in that way. Youths are used less actually, if we ask them, approach them, and give them the proper knowledge with the proper evidence. But if we talk that blah 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 blah, it says in Puranas and Upanishads, of course that is well good, but they can't understand that. Of course we have to take all the essence from our Edikasas Puranas, but we have to explain them in a well manner with the help of evidence based and research based. Then they says, wow, so we want it, so we can bring a change, we can create a beautiful human being, you can birth the great human being. Then what else we want, Akhta? So I was so happy that I'm telling that pregnancy starts far before then the marriage happens and conception happens. So where we have to give our attention and guide them in this way, Akhta.
Wow, that's really interesting, Kalyani, because I don't think many of us would think like this. That it is not just about the time that you conceive, but the whole process begins when it actually starts. When your body starts preparing for the onward journey whenever you experience that journey. I mean, I think that's a brilliant thought that you had shared. So could you also elaborate a little bit about the programs that you run, and how are they structured, to help, would-be mothers?
Yes, Akta. Akta, I'm doing three different program. Actually, I started with pregnancy program alone. Actually, so that's a big journey. I'll just share this thing, my personal experience with that, how I got into that. As a being a psychotherapist, how I got into child psychology and psychotherapist, and how I jump into that, pregnancy therapies, and how I got jump into that pre-pregnancy courses and all. That's a huge thing. So each means my deep desire and my passion took me to the different level, to the core, to the very beginning, to create a beautiful conscious humanity, as actually. So here I am doing three different courses. One is like pre-pregnancy course, and next one is pregnancy and post-pregnancy. What is the pre-pregnancy course? I'll reach that, approach that newly married couple, or couple those who want to start their family way. And sometimes for couples, they would like to start means planning for the second baby. So this is the time we have to guide them. So you may say, what is there to teach them prior to the conception? Of course, we always thinking, mother is carrying the baby for 10 long months. To the mother, dad is carrying for 3 long months prior to the mother, because the food what he's taking now, it will take 3 long months for him to convert this as a blood, energy, marrow, and all this, that life giving cells like sperm and all. It takes 3 long months for him to produce successful seed, for to produce successful life to the world. So he has to go through certain practices and means activities, some means mental process, some physical process, and psychological process, where he can, as I said, that he has to take his new avatar to give a new progeny, new offspring, that healthy offspring to this world, where he can be a good father, and he can produce a good citizen to this world, actually. So there, of course, there are lots of works, but there is a work for mother. But prior to the conception, dad to be has to work a lot than the mother. Of course, after once they get conceived, that mother's work is important, and during the pregnancy, father's support is very much needed, very much needed. So people will reach me prior to the conception for the 6 months, and they'll take also all the process, and they'll follow the process and everything, and they'll have a healthy conception. There are lots of great thing, Akta. I could say that I have done lots of international courses and certificate courses, and here and there. I just, out of all curiosity, and I have to do something great, the field what I am. So I have just pumped my money like anything to learn, and reach everyone to do all the research and everything. But one thing, my dear Akta, I could tell you that everything what I learned from all the courses and so-called whatever it is, that is there in our scripture, that is there in our ancient Vedas, whatever it is. But they have given us something in a ritual way. If we take that thing and put it in front of science-based, evidence-based, and if we do the research, wow, what a clear thought and thinking we have. So after reaching everything, I started giving that with that I'm just taken all the essence from Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas. Of course, as being a psychotherapist, I'm just doing the research on that, month-based expectation of the baby, the baby in the womb, and what is the mood swing of the mother. Based on that, I have designed and divided the program as such, because once they get conceived, each and every month, the neurons which is producing in the fetus will be differ. For example, in 4th month, each and every minute, 250,000 neurons is producing in the babies, inside the baby. So 1 lakh neuron is enough to develop the physical feature. Rest of the 1.5 lakh neuron, do you believe, Akta, it's expecting mom and dad to give something. It will. So just example, just you imagine that a little baby in the womb is asking, Mama, Dada, please give me something. I want to learn many things. So give me some positive thing, good thing. You can mold me whatever the way you want. Please give me some good knowledge, give me some good thing, because that is what Akta in Upanishads and Puranas, and especially you have mentioned, Abhimanyu, that Krishna says one in that third chapter, he's explaining this, once the baby comes out to this world, if you teach one deed or work for 1 lakh time, it's equal to the child when the baby is in the womb, it's equal. Baby will receive like, it's enough for teach one time. If you teach
Right.
one time when the baby is in the womb, it equivalent of teaching that 1 lakh time when the baby comes out to this world. Actually, that much of adaptation power, the adjustable power that fetus has, we have to understand that fetus. Right now, we know we may not have that baby in our arms, but that doesn't mean that baby is not understanding anything. But a fetus power is superpower, that it receives everything. Because for simple example, we can say, how could you say that fetus is responding very well, it can't receive much? Of course, there are lots of evidence is there, science research is there, and lots of Vedas is telling that. But simple science I would like to tell you is, we all believe that water is a good electricity conductor. Right. So baby is in the womb, it's covered with the amniotic fluid, which is nothing but water.
Right. Right.
So the emotion and thinking and thoughts, what you put, that conduct electricity, conductor, water will through the water, baby will sucks like anything, all the informations and knowledge what you share. You don't believe, I have just went to Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay for 9 years back for my research, and through GSC Rotary I have been there, and then I have done research with the couples, making them sit in that water. Of course, I am doing therapies here with the couple sitting on the room. But when I have done this research with that couples sitting in the water, that baby's response was super duper hit, There was responding hugely, a huge difference what we are doing in that outside in the room, what I am doing now, and there in that pool. Of course, we are planning to do such kind of setup here also. So water we have, there is a water. So what science we want? Neuron is there, and means there are lots of science is there of to prove that the adaptation power of the fetus, and that water is there, and its baby is expanding like anything. See, once we takes birth, your body is getting expand. Actually, we had a small nose, now we have a big nose. We had a small mouth, now just we are having that big mouth. What we had just that got become expanded, like. But when we are in the womb, it's we are nothing. We are a baby from nothing, a small dot. We have started our journey with a small dot, everything creating, new respiratory system, new skeletal system, new muscular system, reproductive system, lungs, liver, heart, spleen, kidney, eyelash, eyebrow, nail. Everything getting, just developing in a way. So that's the right time to produce a good, healthy child, good knowledge. It's the right time to seed everything, wisdom, knowledge, intelligence, health, well, everything. We can create in a new version. We can create in a beautiful way when the baby is in the womb. So month on month, we are devised that program for couples. Because first 3 months we won't give much. Of course, we will give some music therapies and some practices they will follow at their home. But because why we are not doing much during our first 3 months? That first 3 months, the fetus will be in that embryo state. The baby is in the form of embryo state. Right. The embryo state, it's not very much a safe state. We can't understand this a complete pregnancy is complete, or whether that embryo will get into that transform as a fetus, and also everything. And also the mom's mood swing, that quite nausea, and that morning sickness. It may not allow her to sit quiet and observe all these things, to enjoy her pregnancy. But once she reaches her embryo stage, the fetus reaches her fetus stage, and then it's the right time to start this thing, that baby can listen mom and dad's voice. So you may ask that why you are calling it as language for fetus. See, always I am telling Akta, just to mother, the food what she is taking alone won't go inside. All her emotions, thinkings, thoughts, behaviors, joy, happy, sorrow, jealous, everything go through placenta. We just can't hide any of our emotions from our unborn baby. For example, if you have that 5 years old boy or 2 years old boy, from him you wanna hide some quarrel is happening outside your home. Just simple, just you can keep the baby inside the room, you lock the room and just finish all the quarrels and everything. Once after everything get finished, and if you open the room, when the baby comes out, baby doesn't know what's happened outside. It's easy for us to hide that big quarrel, from the child. But during the pregnancy, you just can't hide any of these things from your baby, because baby is seeing through you, listening through you, smelling through you, eating through you, and breathing through you, living through you. You just can't hide any of your emotions. When I explain this thing, lots of mothers will have that question. Then yeah, you are telling this, then all the mothers in the world would like to give a genius of genius baby to this world. Why that particular thought didn't reach to all the mothers? Of course, few mothers, but not everyone. Yeah, here you have to understand that a term called language of fetus. This is my book called Language for Fetus, published by Podridge Penguin Publishers in USA 7 years back. It's copyrighted program. This thing, why we are using this language of fetus, just let me explain, because Atta, you can understand Hindi or you can understand English. So I know Portuguese very well. I'm telling you, Akta, please come and sit with me. I'll teach you Bhagavad Gita in Portuguese. You'll laugh like anything. You'll hit your head and say, what, Kalyani? Even if you teach Bhagavad Gita, how can I understand if you teach it in Portuguese, which I don't understand? The same way, baby can understand certain languages. You suppose not, you shouldn't take it in that way. Tamil language called Tamil or English, what? Nothing. It's not like that. Is the language of fetus is something different. 4th month, baby can understand the mom and dad's sound vibrations. Sound vibration of the mom and dad is the language for the baby when the baby is in the womb during 4th month. In that way, each and every month, the baby can understand certain languages through mom and dad's, pursuance and steps based on that. They will involve each and every month different languages where we can reach the baby straight away. Baby can understand. So based on that 5th month, the baby's organs will get developed. You may ask that, even doing therapy or without taking Gyan Baby program, whatever it is, all the other childbirth programs, baby is gonna grow. What is the difference of what's the benefit of taking this program during 5th month? Because during 5th month, all our internal organs gets completed. It's getting that form, like kidney, lungs, liver, heart, spleen and all. So each and every organ has its own psychology. If you have that good kidney, then your character will be like, very courageous and bold and brave. The child, he or she who has the good energy in their kidney, but we all have a kidney, but energy of the kidney will determine that the character of the baby, whether he's going to be a courageous baby or he's going to be a very coward baby. How we can address that? How we can stimulate the baby when the baby is in the womb? Through what media with the mom and daddy's help we are going to reach. In that way, 6th month an IQ development therapy, 7th month EQ development, emotional quotient, and 8th month spiritual quotient development therapy. So this is a step-by-step process up to 10 months where we can stimulate the baby like with all out of love and care. You don't believe, Akta, more than 3,700 couples I have reached so far only through word of mouth since year 2000 I am doing. So all out of passion. I don't know what is branding, what is copywriting, how to write book, nothing. But the Supreme Energy have taken me in this process, and all the babies are doing very great, and their mothers are very thankful. Their kids are doing very good. They are good babies, and their character is very good. The intellectual power is very good. They are very good in intelligence and SQQ. What else I want, Akta? I'm feeling thankful, grateful for the God for that. That one birth is not enough to thank Him. I would like to serve more people to produce more, positive child and conscious humanity to this world. And once we are helping that mothers to have a normal birthing and breastfeeding journey, first year of milestone, which is very much important. All our Vedas, Upanishads, even we are celebrating Lord Krishna, we are celebrating the birth of Ganesha, we are celebrating the birth of Rama. So why we are celebrating birth? Birth is the celebration. How to celebrate it, how to enjoy that, how to understand the babies, milestones and everything. That comes under the third part. So these are the three different thing I am doing. I just simplified everything, but still I can understand that time is moving,
That's okay.
quite fast.
But I see so much of passion in you. As a mother yourself, how you are helping many other mothers. But the conversation leads me to a very important question that I have in mind. And as a mother myself, it is really intriguing me, which is that you spoke about how IQ, EQ, SQ gets built while the baby is in the womb. So far, we've heard everybody tell us, or we've read on various platforms that it is from the age of the from the borning time till when the baby is born till 5 years is the most important period of the child, where you can build the mind and so on and so forth. Those 5 years are very crucial. But I don't think anybody has harped so much of the fact that what you do in those 10 months. I mean, forget the time when we start, I mean, I'm not even getting there because that is an absolute new concept that you've introduced. But this 10 months becomes so critical, you know, and I mean, so far people will tell you what you eat. Of course, they tell you what you think also
Yeah.
impacts the baby.
Yeah.
But Kalyani, could you throw some more light that, how does the IQ, EQ, and SQ gets developed while the baby is in the womb? Does it get extracted from what the mother and the father's thoughts are? Is it I mean, for lack of word, I mean, is it an outcome of the gene pool that they get, or how does it really happen? I mean, that's something very interesting that I'd like to know.
Yes, Akta, it's my pleasure to answer your question. Akta, just you have told that. What about the genes? Is it through genes the child will get that IQ and all? I like to give this answer to just take an example. There is a two plants which can yield red color flower. Okay, if these two plants are getting a small plant out of them, both of them, what color plant they will yield? They'll give
Could be, well,
obviously
logically
that
one
red.
would say red.
Red, of course.
Red. Yeah.
But once the small sapling grows and it after blooming the flower, we just can't change the color. Light way, ma'am. Change the color of the flower. Am I right? But if you want to have that white color or pink color, which you want to avoid all the negativity in your mind, body, whatever it is, that chronic disease which you are carrying, through your mind, body, whatever it is, it's very simple, my dear. Just when the sapling is started getting, growing, if you keep white color plant, if you do the tissue thing and all, tissue culture and all with the red color plant, if you add one little red color plant, and you will get that pink color flower out of that. If you want to eradicate completely means complete red color, just you have to add more white color plant with this small red color plant. If you add more white color plant with this, exactly in that way, if you don't anything for your better pregnancy or better baby to it will happen exactly with genes out of your genetical thing, the baby will comes out. But when the baby is in the womb, if you add more good thoughts, good deeds, good ideas, and good practices, everything, if you add more and more and more and more and more on that, you just completely avoid that red, and you can get that beautiful white color flower. It's simply we are doing it, horticulture and agriculture and all. We are doing it, combining these two and getting that new variety kind of thing. So in that same way, we can stimulate that. You are asking me that how that's IQ we can stimulate and all. Just I'll tell you. During 4th month, we are getting 250,000 neurons in our brain in the womb. It's just the counts will expand like 5th month, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th month and all. Per minute it increases like numbers 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs and all. So when the babies come to this world, baby is coming with 100 billion neurons, Akta. No matter where the baby is taking birth, if the baby is taking birth in America, taking birth in Vietnam, taking birth in hospital, taking birth in home, wherever it may be, that all the babies come to this world will have that 100 billion neurons equally. But there are 100 billion. For just example, in my right side, I have just heaped the pearls of 100 billion. 100 billion pearls I have heaped on my right side, and also the same way I have heaped the 100 billion pearls in my left side. So what I have done with that my right side pearl heap, I just link the pearls with the string and I heaped it. But I didn't link the pearl which is in my left side. So if I drop the ball called wisdom on the both side of the heap, pearl heap, what will happen to that unlinked pearl heap? Just it will scatter. But the heap which I have connected the pearls with the thread, it will stay. The same way, we all have that neurons. Especially sixth month, our Garpopanishads beautifully explain that buddhi, manas is started developing. The same science is also telling that. See, where the connection, if you want to hold that ball, there should be some connection. I'll give you the one more example. Just you can't pour 1 liter of milk in this 200 ml of capacity of bowl. If we pour 1 liter of milk, it will overflow. If you dig it again and again, it's going to be the vessel is going to be get damaged. The same way, I'll tell you, my dear. So if you may say, after my child's birth, I want to give this knowledge. I want to go send my son or daughter to this particular college, this particular school. I'm going to teach, train, all these things. It's okay, well and good. Even if you are pouring that gold milk into the vessels, you have to consider that you have to expand the capacity of the vessel first. It's nothing wrong that what you would like to pour into it. You have to give your attention, throw your light on, where you have to increase the capacity of the vessel. So here the brain and links started getting formed in the during sixth month. If you give the proper stimulation, psychological stimulations, and thing kind of program, that you can stimulate the connections. So through what we are receiving that knowledge through our five senses. Hope you agree with me. By seeing something, we are receiving information. By hearing, by smelling, by tasting, by speaking, by touching, we are receiving all the informations where we are putting it in our mind. It's become knowledge or wisdom, whatever it is. So how our five senses should be to perceive that knowledge as it is. Most of the time, we see the thing as a thing. We will see it with our own perseverance. What is the real thing? What is happening? What is there? So if you have to have that kind of clarity and observation, that perseverance that we have to develop that IQ of the baby. That means neurons, connections of the baby when the baby. It's very easy doing this when the baby is in the womb during 6th month. That is what we are focusing on IQ therapy on that way. The same way, emotional quotient. So having IQ is not a big deal nowadays, Akta. Hope you agree with me, because if you want to know something, if we Google Ananda is there, he will give lots of information, whether it is right or wrong or research based or evidence based, nothing. He will give you lots of information. The Google Ananda will give you all the information. But
it's the EQ and the SQ which is very important, and
exactly,
especially
Akta,
in
exactly.
the kind of times, I think the babies who will be born during this year, I think for them the EQ and SQ, the parents would have to really work on that, the way, because of the whole pandemic situation. If you don't prepare them as the way you are saying that, they need to be prepared within the womb, they might experience something very, very challenging when they come to this world where they get corrupted. When the CD gets corrupted when
Exactly.
they come, yeah. True.
Yeah. So instead of that's what my prayer thing, Akta. So instead of thinking of bad thing what is happening around our world, let us focus to create some good human being. Let us that's what my preach for all the mothers. If we practice this conscious conception and conscious parenting for just for 2 generations, we can bring the complete change. We can change the world completely, where the world will be very peace and harmony. That is what I'm preaching everywhere. Yeah.
So, Kalyani, I'd like to go maybe a step further and, correlating it from a fact that, let's just say that, the mother has good thoughts while the baby is, in the womb, and goes through the right thoughts, and good thoughts, and says happy, positive thoughts, as you said, that, that the endeavor is to convert that red into that pink shade of pink. But eventually, obviously, all children are unique, all children are different because they are born to a different set of parents. But many a times you see certain characteristics in children, where at a very young age they are either very stubborn, or they are very anxious, or they have anxiety, or or they are very sharp. I mean, they, from an age point of view, they are far ahead in terms of their knowledge or intellect level. So how does that also get impacted by how those 10 months have been, or that gets built once the child comes into this world?
Interesting question, Akta. It's interesting. Yeah. So, as a being a psychotherapist, psychologist clearly is mentioning that even for children. So, if the mother is coming with the child, or means her child, like boy or whatever, whomever may be. So, the baby or the child is facing physical problem or mental problem up to the age of 12. Psychology is clearly telling that please don't treat the child, treat the mother. So up to the age of 12 years, just the baby is like a clay and mirror, just exactly to reciprocate and reflect that emotions and thoughts of the mother. But the mother may not done that with with the, she may not know that seriousness of that. Maybe she might have done all out of love, but still that the 12 years, up to 12 years, if what are the problem the baby is facing, we have to treat the mother, not the child. See, after birth, we are telling this means, just imagine what the 10 months, I'm just giving that importance of the 10 months, that you just can understand that how much that, influence the baby will get. What are the things the mother has gone through when she was pregnant, actually. You don't believe, Akta. When I was done my child psychology, means in MDA, Madras Dyslexia Association in Chennai, means 20 years back. So one child has a problem. When I have started giving that psychology course for the children, taken sessions, art therapy and all the play therapy and all. One such boy, he had a problem that he will write everything ulta. Everything absolutely ulta, absolutely ulta. So I have spent 3 long months to rectify his problem, and by giving the sorts of this therapy, right therapy, play therapy, art therapy, and these whatever it is. But all the curiosity of mine, one day I asked her mother, I invited her to my home for her lunch and all. So with the child, I witnessed, you don't believe, Akta, she had take the food, like the South Indian meal, how we will eat. First we will eat dal rice, and then sambar rice, and then rasam rice, and then payasam and curd. Maybe this curd and payasam will be, we can take this or that kind of thing. But the mother, she had the habit of taking the food extremely ulta. She asked me payasam first, and then curd rice, and then rasam rice, and then sambar rice, and then that thing. So not only this, most of the time her pattern itself is doing everything ulta. So I asked her, from how long you are doing? She was telling that I don't know, after my marriage and especially during pregnancy, I just got something confused and I don't like people and I want to do everything ulta, whatever they say. That maybe the depression or my body needs something. I don't know. I started practicing this. So you don't believe, Akta, that's the impact of the child. Maybe not. The baby is eating the food in a right form, how the South Indian, people will eat. But still, it reflects on his, education kind
Writing.
of writing and everything. So
That's so wow.
yeah. See, I just witnessed her. I saw her. I did, spend time with her. I came to know. There are lots of things is happening. It's all out of the baby is the result of mom. It's like one kind of expansion of the mom. As love and physical expansion, mental expansion, love expansion, whatever it is. So we have to take the responsibility. You're supposed to not curse the child or beat the child, to treat the child harshly. We have to understand how we were. It's okay, nothing wrong. We didn't do with all out of intention. It's time for us to rethink and means be very conscious about our activities. We have to reframe our habits and structures. Slowly we'll just can adjust and accept the child as he is, and slowly we can try to change the child to what we want him to see.
Super. So, now that I'm going to make you wear the hat of you as a mother, and not just as Dr. Kalyani from Dhyan Devi. So, being a child psychologist yourself, uh, how easy or difficult was it to understand your children's challenges, or anything that really used to perturb you, and you use the, because I mean, I hope you get what I'm trying to say, that when we use these techniques in our profession, vis-a-vis as being a mother, how was that journey for you?
Akta, I'm
I think
just
I've caught you.
laughing, laughing out loud. So, Akta, so my children are my mentors, my guru, my givers, I could say, because when I was 13, I just got married. End of my 13 years, I got married. So, when I was 15, I gave birth to my son, and 17 plus, and 16 plus, I gave birth to my daughter. So when I was pregnant with them, being a small girl, I don't know how I am. How will I give birth? Is it possible for me to give a child, baby with life, where the baby will smile, baby will move? Is it possible? That curiosity, that interest, lots of questions. That time I can't ask this question to anyone else. I'm from conservative Orthodox family where they won't allow us to ask this kind of thing. Lots of questions, bank of questions. I just deposited in my mind and started writing everything. There I started, getting answers, searching answer for that, and how can I, and how will I, and all. And then after that, along with them, I grew. Akta, I could say, along with them, I grew. I play with them, and I just studied with them. After my, delivery, only I have done my BBA, MBA, MS, MPhil, PhD, whatever it is, everything along with them. That even my daughter, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I used to chant Soundar Lagari every day by reading that verses and all. You don't believe, when she, after her birth, when she reaches 8 months, she reached her milestone very fast. Once she reached that puja room, when I was doing that puja, she started repeating the verses what I am doing, and that particularly mindfully I had just stopped that word. She has started giving that next sentences, words of that phrases and all. Just I was like, that's a aha moment. That's the very first time I just thought that something is there in pregnancy, because after her birth, whenever she takes rest, I am just doing this puja and all. Now she had got a chance to listen when she was in my womb. Something is there in pregnancy. From there my journey starts, and started doing lots of courses. That time in year 1999, 2000 year and all, I don't have much kind of courses. There is not net facilities, there is not, world is very not very much close, and it's very tough for this kind of thing. But that time, all our Upanishads, Bhagavad Gitas, and all the mentors, gurus were guided me in that way to get a good essence knowledge in that. So they both are very much understanding, and most of the time they counsel me more than me. I counsel them, and I understand them. They can understand me better. Whenever when they were in 1 year old, 2 year old also. So whenever that pregnant cow or pregnant cat crosses my house, these two children will reach me and they say, "Mommy, mommy, your client is going. Come on, get the cow and get the cat. Let us give the therapy." And they also keep their pillow on their belly and started teaching, something in that way. So of course, we three still I am just learning them. Still I am trying to understand them. They are giving lots of knowledge. That's what says always that child is the father of a man. When the mother is giving birth to the child, the mother, mother in her takes birth. So I just have a wonderful time. Of course, we together, we'll just like friends, like we, of course, we have the misunderstanding, and we know how to deal it, how to, make it happen. Of course, in front of them, I am child nowadays. They are taking me. So I didn't take this kind of therapies when I was, when they were in my womb, when I was pregnant. But I said, now I have lots of thousands of children in this world. Those who are calling me after they birth, and even they have the good rapport with me. When they call me Kalyani Ma, just you don't believe, Akta, I'll get milk in my breasts also, because that kind of feel I have, that I'm having lots of children in this world. These my own two children, bring my that interest, passions, what I had in me. These two allow me to hidden this thing, dig this thing in me, and now I have lots of thousands of children in this world. What else I want, Akta? So if we understand our children better, if we allow our children to understand better, they will lead us better than us.
So beautiful, Kalyani. While the initial discussion was more around what you do and how you help the other mothers, but I think through that conversation and it leading to this question that I asked you, which I think completely caught you totally. I guess I could see that passion and that emotion. That how you have lived that moment, that the child is the creator actually over here. The child kind of defined you in its entirety, and not just by making
Yes.
you a mother, but
Yes.
by making you that person who took up this work professionally to be able to nurture and enrich so many parents. So, many congratulations to you, Kalyani, for doing this, and for coming here and sharing this entire journey with us. And we have someone who's commented that it's absolutely amazing, to listen to you. And I'm sure, people who have watched the show till now, or would eventually watch, as per their convenience, would have a lot to learn. While some of us would have already delivered children, but I'm sure, in hindsight, there could be a lot that we could look back on. If we have time to make some corrections, and so far, we had a lot of mothers saying that what you said, that you don't need to fix the child, you need to fix yourself. And I take a lot of learning from these sessions, and every time I hear one, I try and make some amendment in my way of dealing with my child, because indeed, it's a very, very overwhelming journey that each of us goes through. Sometimes you're very happy, the next minute you're shouting, and the third minute you are playing with the child. So fantastic, Kalyani. Thank you so much for being here. And it would be great to have you contribute on the group in terms of any articles or any thoughts that you would like to share and enrich the audience in the group also. So thank you so much, dear. But before I let you go, as a ritual here, I would want you to give one piece of advice to all the parents or the mothers who are watching us or would eventually watch us.
Yeah.
One last piece of advice that
Yeah.
you could.
So, motherhood, fatherhood, parenthood is a beautiful journey. There is no good motherhood, good fatherhood, negative motherhood, negative fatherhood. All you wanna do is please give your attention consciously. Go deep into it, and just put your consciousness to be yourself. Perfect, and try to spread the positivity throughout throughout this world. So this is what my humble
Absolutely.
request to
Beautiful.
everyone.
Beautiful.
Thank you so
Very
much,
well.
Akta,
Thank
for
you so
giving me that
much, Kalyani, for being
opportunity.
here.
So
And
thank you
it
so
was
much.
superb, superb to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
were
you. Thank
serving Dr. Kalyani. We shall be back again with another interesting journey of a mother. Till then, stay tuned. Signing off, Ekta Saigal Malhotra at the Motherhood Club Talk Show. Thank you so much.